Hi everyone, welcome. I hope that you're doing well today. Today I am coming to you and I'm wanting to try out a new palette that I just picked up. This is a palette from SMASHBOX that I actually had not heard anything about. I saw it and I was like, wow. Touched it because with SMASHBOX palettes, sometimes their formulas differ. And there's one SMASHBOX palette that I have that I absolutely love. The blendability is amazing. And there's another actually two other SMASHBOX palettes I have that are just kind of middle of the road. So the palette that I'm talking about is the SMASHBOX Shadow, Contour, and Blush palette. You get 15 eyeshadows, 3 contours, and 2 blushes in this palette. This is the palette. It's a fun looking palette. On the back you have all the names of the shadows, the contour, the highlight, the blushes. You get a really good mirror. And here are the colors. You have your 2 blushes, your 2 contour, your highlight, and then your eyeshadows. The ones that I do really enjoy with SMASHBOX, I really enjoy a lot. Now I have already done my foundation, I have gotten my eyes primed and ready to go, and my brows are on. So we can just not waste too much time and jump into this. I actually got my Ulta order yesterday where I had the 20% off, and I did order some Morphe brushes. The ones that I ordered, that one set, I really have enjoyed those brushes. So I wanted to try some different ones. The brush set, there were no numbers or anything on that brush, so I just kind of blindly went into it. A couple that I wanted to try, they were actually out of stock on the Ulta website. But these have the numbers, so I will know which ones I like and which ones I don't. I did get M518, M504, M510, M441, M433. So these are the brushes that I'm going to be using today. I'm going to take the M510 and I'm going to go into this color right here. Wow, that's really... And I just am putting this in as my transition color. See, that just gave me a nice wash of color to go ahead and with my crease color, nothing too defined or harsh. Then I'm going to take the M512 brush to take this color right here. Tap, tap, tap. And I am going to put that in my crease. I want to go in with this very first color. There is some powderiness left when I do go in, but that's okay with me. I get that with even like my Lorac palettes. As long as when I tap my brush off, I'm not getting any fallout on my face, which I'm not. I'm totally okay with it. And these eyeshadows so far, the ones I've gone into 3 now, they have the pigmentation. There you go. They have the pigmentation. They blend like a dream. It's like working. When eyeshadows are this easy to blend and this fun to play with, it's just really, really fun. Then I'm going to go in with the M441. This is a little bit longer. The bristles are a little bit longer and tapered in a more narrow way. I'm going to hold it up against the 516 brush. See the difference? So I'm going to go in with this brush because I'm going to be working with a darker color, so I want more control. So I'm going to go in with this brush. I'm going to go in with this gray color right here. I'm going to take the 504 brush, and there's nothing on this. I'm just wanting to blend. And I'm going to take just a really small brush. I am itching to get into this purple, so I'm going to go in with it. And this is a Coastal Scents BRCN08. The N is for natural bristles with Coastal Scents So they do have, all their brushes, they have a synthetic version. So if you are interested but you don't want a natural bristle, then you can opt for the S version instead of the N. I'm going to stop with the eyes now and move on to concealer. I'm going to set my face so we can get into the contour, highlight, blush, and I'll speed through that for you. Okay, so I'm going to go in with this top contour color. I'm going to go in with the next, with the next contour color to use as my bronzer. I just want to warm my face up a little bit with it. Now, notice, I've been enjoying my Wet n Wild, this is the face brush, the powder brush. I've really been enjoying it, using it as a bronzer brush. You can see my dilemma a little bit here. So I'm going to have to go into this, and I'm still going in to the other colors on the top and bottom. So that is something to take note of, depending on the size of your bronzer brush. Trying really hard not to go in and interrupt the other colors. I'm going to wipe that brush off, and I'm going to go into the highlight color, and I was very careful not to get it into the mauve and the taupe. Yeah, the mauve and the taupe color down below it, because that would be something I would do. And last, for the palette, I'm going to go in to this really pretty pinky rose color. Okay, so this is the look that I came up with using shadow, contour, and blush palette from Smashbox. I really did enjoy playing around with this palette. Pigmentation is awesome. I really did enjoy the eyeshadows. I'm not crazy about the packaging because I've pinched my finger a couple times. Anyway, the colors, the pigmentation is phenomenal on the shadows, on the blushes, on the contour. The biggest negative with this palette is just the size of the contour, the bronzer, and the highlight. It's hard to go in there. Even with a small brush like this from Real Technique, you can see going in there could be a little bit of a challenge. And down here, I had to be really careful not to get into the shadows on one side of the brush. Other than that, it's a really fun palette. I think it is definitely a good option if you're looking for something that you could grab and take as an all-in-one. And I think you'd have a lot of fun getting a lot of different looks out of it. I think it's great that they popped a really nice purple and a really nice green in here. Let me show you those colors. And on the eye, the purple is purple and the green will be green, so that is phenomenal. I will definitely keep playing around with this palette. It's going to stay up here on the top for me to play around with. I have some other palettes that I want to try out and play around with, but I am keeping that one handy. So thank you so much for getting ready with me. I hope that you've enjoyed the video. I hope that you found it helpful, and I will see you the next time.